Hello everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. The season's gonna get rolling. I don't know if it's going to continue, but you know what? I'm excited about training camp. I'm excited about everything going on with the New York Giants, and I'm excited about this hopefully upcoming NFL season. But a little housekeeping chore before we get into the topics today. We had a couple people say to us, Tim, we are no longer getting notifications for your videos. Well, you have to understand, and you have to know that YouTube made a change a couple months back to the bell settings. And your settings may not be correct. So what you need to do, and we're going to show you up here on the screen, is you just pull up a video, and we pulled up our wonderful video about Jason Garrett, and you can see right there where the bell is. Just click on the bell and make sure that your setting is set for all. That'll send you all notifications of all videos for our channel. Right now, the default setting for YouTube is personalized. So just make sure you go into any of our videos, click the bell, make sure it's not set on personalized, make sure it's set on all, and then you will get all of Online Big Blue's videos. They will show up in your feed and they will show up in your favorites as long as you're subscribed to the channel. Now let's get into the topic today. I've had some comments that maybe I was a little bit negative the last couple of videos, and I really don't think so. I think it's just honesty, and I think that's what we try to be. But you know what? In that case, I wanted to go over 3 things, and I hear cicada bugs in the background of my house. I can't believe they're coming through the house. That's how close the trees are to the one window. I wanted to go over 3 reasons that Giant fans should be beyond optimistic for the 2020 season. Reason number 1, of course, is going to be Saquon Barkley. Now, some people are going to say to me, well, that's obvious, Tim. Saquon Barkley is the cornerstone to the offense. Well, you know what? His importance is even going to be more dramatic this year, only because of the fact that, like we've mentioned on numerous occasions, training camp is not going to be what it used to be. There's going to be a 3-week ramp-up period. It's basically going to be an OTA with just the helmets on and only 14 padded practices. With that being the case, the offense is now going to heavily, and I should rephrase that, probably heavily, rely on Saquon Barkley the first 6 to 8 weeks of the season. They are going to just, hook themselves up to the Saquon Barkley train and let him run through the line. And I think what's going to happen is, because of the fact that we're going to have limited preseason and practice time, that Jason Garrett is going to simplify his offense, do more of a smash mouth football offense in the beginning, and then work in possibly some of the the Air Coryell. I got it right. I was thinking Don Cornelius for a second. But you know what? He's going to start working in the Coryell offense during the season, because like we mentioned before, that offense is predicated on motion, movement, and timing, and most of the times the receivers have the possibilities of having 3 routes to choose from. So that's going to be kind of hard to adjust the timing for Daniel Jones. So I think we are going to hook ourselves up to Saquon. We are going to run the ball up the middle. I have a feeling that Wayne Gallman's also going to get involved in the mix. But Saquon is going to be the guy that is going to just toad the rock. I would not be shocked if he does not touch the ball. I would not be shocked if he touches the ball 25 to 32 times a game, if not more, for the first 6 to 8 weeks of the season. And anytime Saquon Barkley has his hands on the ball that much, every single time is an opportunity for him to take it to the house. So the more touches Saquon gets, the more opportunity that we're going to get to score. And that is reason number 1. Reason number 2 is going to be even more interesting. I am saying that our defense, and especially the secondary, is going to gel this season, especially early on, as all the other offenses are trying to pick up the pace. And we are going to be a top 10 defense the first 6 to 8 weeks of the season. Our secondary, if they play to their talents, could be one of the best, not only in the NFC East, but one of the best in the NFL. If you take James Bradbury, Xavier McKinney, Peppers, and I have a feeling Julian Love is going to drop into the slot and play alongside or play with in unison and sometimes with Holmes. And I have a feeling that either Ballantyne or Beal is going to step up to take over the other corner position. I'm going to say this right now. I have a gut feeling about Sam Beal if he can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, I think he has the tools to be more of a consistent day-to-day, play-to-play cornerback than DeAndre Baker does. And I am staking my reputation on Sam Beal right now, but I'm going to put the caveat. I'm going to put the Beal caveat if Sam Beal can stay healthy and on the field, and that is a big if. Number 3, and reason number 3 why I personally think that Giant fans should be optimistic about the season, and I think this is going to surprise a lot of people, but I'm saying Joe Judge. Yes, I was not a fan of the Judge hire. I admit that freely. I admit that openly. There is nothing I can say about that besides the fact that, yes, I was not a big believer in Joe Judge. But I think for the situation that we are in right now with the coronavirus and the issues that we are going to have in training camp and not having the preseason in reference to not having the practice time, I think Judge is the right coach for the Giants. Why? Because he's a young guy. He understands how the younger players learn. He's already said he wanted to be a teacher. And if there's anyone that could use and implement technology, I think, to train his team and to teach his team, I think it will be Joe Judge. And I think that he is going to rely heavily on Jason Garrett and Patrick to find a way to motivate each side of the ball. And he said it before, he's going to be the CEO. And you know what? I always prefer military terms coming from a military family. He is the general, and then below him are his colonels. And he is going to let his colonels work with their lieutenant colonels, and the lieutenant colonels are going to work with their majors, and the majors are going to work with their captains, and the lieutenants are going to work with their lieutenants, and so on and so on and so on. All the way down to the enlisted men. So I think what's going to happen is to me, his youth, his exuberance, and everything else is going to be unmatched in the NFC East. Now, you got McCarthy in Dallas. You got Rivera in Washington. Yeah, you got the old dogs that know things. And we saw what happened in the Super Bowl when a young pup goes up against an old dog in Belichick with the Rams, and we saw what happened there. But I think this time, because of what's going on right now and in this environment, that the young pup is going to teach the old dogs new tricks. I think that Joe has the smarts, he has the intelligence, he has the personality to not only motivate his team for those short weeks that we have, but he will have the ability to put in his information and have them digest it in a manner that his players will understand. I'm hoping we get away from the complex systems that we had under Betcher and Shermer. And I think that's where we're going to go. Because of the fact that they have such a short period of time, I really think that is the direction that they are going to head into. And I just wanted to say one thing again. We have reached a plateau of 4,500 subscribers. I know we had mentioned that in our last video with almost 300,000 views in a year. I wanted to thank everyone out there who supports the channel, who leaves comments, who sends me emails. And if you do want to send an email, you can send it to onlineBigBlue@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at onlineBigBlue1. But again, I do want to thank everyone that watches the channel and supports the channel daily. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but like I said, I never thought that I would be doing something such as this and providing content on a pretty consistent basis. And I think it's, like I said, I'm going to keep doing it as long as people seem interested and as long as people, follow. And like I said, it's been an interesting ride. We're just closing in on a year now. 4,500 subscribers, over almost 300,000 views in a year. If anyone would have told me that someone or people would have viewed this channel 300,000 times in a year, I would have been like, you got to be crazy, because you know what? There's got to be something else better on besides me. And I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm going to say that. But I do appreciate, and I also appreciate the people that disagree with us, because you know what? Disagreements makes this channel even better. Call me out. Let me hear your opinion. Let me know if you think I'm wrong, if I'm totally off my rocker. You know what? I have no problem. I don't delete comments unless they're profane or derogatory towards another subscriber or my family. But you know what? Let us know. And again, drop us a line at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com, or just follow us on Twitter at onlineBigBlue1 on Twitter. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, I think you know what it means. That'd be awesome.